This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so in the last video, when we spoke about the WBA World Heavyweight Rankings, the latest list, of course, absolute disaster that they are, I did point out in that video that out of the top 15 that you can see on your screen right now, 9 of those are Al Haymon's Premier Boxing Champions, PBC fighters. 9 out of the 15. There's no room for a Dillian Whyte in there, no room for a Joseph Parker in there, no room for a Joe Joyce in there, Daniel Dubois and whoever else. Okay, there's loads of other fighters who could potentially be in there in place of other fighters. So why is it that they have 9 of their fighters, where the PBC, I think they only have, was it 10 heavyweights? But yet 9 of them are ranked in the top 15. The 10th, by the way, would be Dominic Brazil. He's not currently ranked. If there's another one out there, please let me know. Anyway, Deontay Wilder, should he be a top 15? Again, I'm not going to go through and say, okay, these are certain positions, they shouldn't be in those kind of positions. I did that in the last video, okay? If you haven't seen that one, by the way, go check that one out. But we'll talk about top 15. Should Deontay Wilder be in the top 15? Of course. Yes, he should. Should Luis Ortiz be in the top 15? Arguably, my opinion is, yes, he should be in the top 15. Not so damn high, that's for sure. But he hasn't beaten anybody. Who's his best win? Best win 5-6 years ago against Brian Jennings, who come off a loss to Vladimir Klitschko. That's his best win. He's been fighting journeymen and gatekeepers ever since, okay? And he did get knocked out twice by Deontay Wilder. Luis Ortiz, who has lost 2 of his last 6 fights. But should he be a top 15? Yeah. Should he be 4? No. Andy Ruiz Jr., only 2 losses on his resume, both in world title fights to Joseph Parker, and of course a rematch with Anthony Joshua. But of course he is former unified world heavyweight champion. Top 15? Of course he should. Adam Kalinacki, we know he got knocked out by Robert Helenius last fight, but should he be a top 15? Arguably, again, Robert Helenius, he is gold champion. Maybe Robert Helenius is PBC fighter now. I don't know. Maybe they've signed him up on the option. A lot of promoters do that. But anyway, it is what it is. Charles Martin, should he be a top 15? Arguably. But who's he beating, really? In fact, the only real 2 times he really stepped up was to Anthony Joshua and Adam Kalinacki. He lost both those fights. Hell of a fight with Adam Kalinacki, by the way. Hell of a fight. But should he be top 15? I'm not going to hate on him being in top 15. I think number 7 is a bit high, though. Chris Ariola. If anybody out there is saying Chris Ariola should be in the top 15 of any sanctioning body, get a hold of yourself. Go look in the mirror, put some talcum powder in your hand, and smack yourself in the face. Because you're stupid. Chris Ariola should not be in the top 15 anywhere, not even close to it. He should only just be about top 50. 50. Maybe number 49 at best. Chris Ariola should not be there. Why is he in there? Because he's a PBC fighter, firstly, and second of all, he's got a pay-per-view coming up on April 24th against Andy Ruiz Jr. in an all-Mexican-American clash. That's the only reason I can think that he's there, because Chris Ariola, he's won 2 of his last 6 fights. 2 against 2 journeymen. And of course, his last fight, he lost to Adam Kalinacki as well. So why is he ranked number 9, let alone top 15? Pack of bums is what it is. Number 12, Frank Sanchez. I don't know if Frank Sanchez is still a PBC fighter. His last fight was on DAZN, but his all other fights beforehand are on the PBC. But that doesn't mean he's not a PBC fighter. I haven't heard anything to say that he's not anymore. In fact, Andy Ruiz Jr., his last 2 fights have been on DAZN, have they not? But it is what it is. So I think Frank Sanchez is still PBC. If he's not, I apologise. But again, he is trained by Eddie Reynoso. Looking pretty good so far. But again, who's he beat? Is he top 15 in the world? I don't think he's justified it yet. I really don't. Otto Wallin, number 13. So this is a guy who took Tyson Fury to life and death and just very one-sidedly beat Dominic Brazil. So if a Deontay Wilder win over Dominic Brazil is good, why is Otto Wallin over Dominic Brazil not good? Why is it good enough for Wilder but not good enough for Otto Wallin? Why is Wilder number 2 but Otto Wallin is number 13? I think it's okay for Otto Wallin to be number in the top 15, by the way, but I'm saying that the position seems a little bit low. It really does. Is he behind Frank Sanchez and Chris Arreola and Charles Martin? Behave yourself. And of course, lastly, but by no means least, Michael Coffey, 12-0. Prospect. Is he a prospect? Kind of. I mean, he's mid-30s, but only 12 fights in, so yeah, I think we can call him a prospect. And again, his best win was it Joey Abel? Something like that. Why is he justified a number 15 position? Why is that? PBC bias, that's exactly what it is. 9 of the top 15 PBC fighters. 9. When the PBC only have, was it 10 heavyweights? If there's more, let me know. But 9 of them ranked in the top 15. Where's Dillian Whyte? Where's Joseph Parker? Where's Joe Joyce? Where's loads of other people? Where's Kubrat Pulev, for example? I mean, if Bogdan Dinu's ranked number 3, Kubrat Pulev, well, he beat Bogdan Dinu quite handedly. Bogdan Dinu, who is ranked number 3 currently, has lost 2 of his last 4 fights. One to Big Baby Jarry Miller and the other one to Kubrat Pulev. Pulev, who's just fought a world title fight against Anthony Joshua. Why is he not ranked in the top 15? Sanctioning fees, yeah? Sanctioning fees, that's all it is. It's money. It's bias. It's complete bias. Why is Joseph Parker not ranked in there, who just come off a win over Joseph Jr. Farr? Even without the Junior Farr win, he should be ranked in the top 15, surely. Surely he's a top 15 fighter. Surely. Joe Joyce, who's defeated Brian Jennings, who's defeated Bermain Stavern, which was actually Bermain Stavern's last fight, but yet he was ranked in the top 15 last month, before he got a world title opportunity against Trevor Bryan. So why is Joe Joyce not ranked in there? Why is that? Why is Dillian Whyte not ranked in there? And if you want to say, well, because Dillian Whyte, he got knocked out in his last fight. Okay, so he loses one fight, his last, what was it, 11, 12 fights or something like that, since he lost to Anthony Joshua, and he's been defeating good opposition. And many fighters have been ducking him, like Luis Ortiz been ducking him, Ruiz Jr. has been ducking him, Deontay Wilder's been ducking him. But yet, he's not ranked in the top 15. Why is that? Why? Because he lost his last fight. He shouldn't be ranked in the top 15. Is that why? Well, didn't Wilder quit in his last fight? On paper, it says knockout. But yet, he's ranked number 2. Luis Ortiz, been knocked out twice in his last 5 or 6 fights. Ruiz Jr. lost his last fight. Adam Kownacki got knocked out by Robert Helenius in his last fight. Robert Helenius, who Dillian Whyte is beaten. Chris Ariola, don't get me started. Don't get me started. The pudding eating, he shouldn't be ranked anywhere, okay? Frank Sanchez, okay, he hasn't lost, but who's he beat? Otto Wallin? Okay, Otto Wallin, no problem. But a prospect in Michael Coffey, he should be there. And Dillian Whyte not. Joe Joyce not. Joseph Parker not. Why is the bias with the PBC? Why is that? Why is that? It used to be heavy with the WBC. It's still kind of heavy, but not as much. The emphasis is being shifted onto the WBA. Look at it. Look at it. Surely this should be illegal, shouldn't it? Shouldn't rankings be based on achievement? Shouldn't they be based on what it is that you do rather than pay, rather than money? Is it a case of Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, Dillian Whyte haven't been paying WBA sanctioning fees, so therefore you don't get ranked? Is that what it is? Is that the only reason why? And if that is true, which I believe it is, go look at their rules and regulations, how is that the top 15 in the world? How can the WBA say these are the top 15 fighters in the world, plus the champions? You can't, can you? You just can't. Embarrassing, shambolic, bias, overly biased. Even the most hardcore PBC fanboys out there must look at that and go, damn, that's definitely bias. 9 of the top 15. 9 of them. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.